Hey traders, so I want to go over to FX real quick too this evening. Um, Now these are the only two positions that are really going against me right now, and Forex has been kind of choppy. But you guys gotta, I don't want you guys afraid of trades when they go against you. What we want to work on is getting your size right. So first of all, you need to be aware of when you're early, and when you're aware of when you're early, you can play the contrarian move, but you just play it smaller, and that allows you to catch the turn easier. It allows you to stay in the trade longer. Um, so there's an art to how you do this, but I want you to understand the point that sometimes a market or a stock or a security, it needs to bend its knees before it can leap, right? It needs to, you got to let it go against you a little bit before it can take off and run. So, and sometimes you need the market to come to you to be able to get the average cost and the position and the size you want. I mean, especially when you're trading bigger size, you need the market. You don't, the amateur wants the market as soon as they buy to go right in their favor, but that doesn't allow you to get any decent position on. So there's the way there's a right way to do that, and there's a wrong way to do that. All right, so Euro, New Zealand dollar. I'll just show you guys this real quick. So here's the majority of my FX positions right now. All right. This is a longer term play I like. It's not that huge. This is fairly small. Euro yen, it's been small. I was pretty heavy long pound yen, and we stopped and we reversed today. All right. This is going nowhere. Euro is just annoyingly, it's the most boring pair on the planet right now. This position's tiny. We sold into the top of the range. Lira is getting more interesting, and then this is tiny too. But this position here is going against me a decent amount, right? And pound yen gave us some trouble today. Like I said, I stopped. I was long, I stopped, and now I'm short. So that's why we gave some back today there. But it's all relative. So this position is what I'm working, and this is what I want to highlight. So all right, let me hide the drawings. Let's back this out. All right, so Euro New Zealand dollar. This is some good carry in this trade, and that's what's going on with this trend. I mean, this is long-term bearish. The band structure is bearish. So I like the monthly. Now we're pretty low within the cycle, and this looks to be turning up. So we have to be aware of that. That's actually not necessarily a good thing. But this is really the trend that I'm playing. So here's the lows. Okay, this was a little bit of a wedge here. Whoops. It's getting crazy. You're getting crazy, dog. Crazy. Let me draw this in a different color because it's easier to see. Alright, so there was your consolidating wedge, right? We obviously broke. And now prices in the southern hemisphere were below pi, below the 200, which is here. And the bands are bearish again. All right, so this is where I'm going to play this long-term short from. As long as we're south of 163. All right, and then on the daily level, you can see this is a nice, what I think could be a start of a nice downtrend. Other than that monthly cycle, we're pretty low. So here for the swing trades, this is the daily top of the cycle. There should be some decent swing trade opportunities to come out of this if we cycle back down. All right, and then that's what I'm playing here is these lower highs. Okay, this is bearish, so I'm looking for a lower high relative to this high. So we'll see if we get it or not, but I like this a lot. I think this can cross and roll down. Alright, so that's why I'm being pretty aggressive up here. And then if we go to the 4 hour, so this is where I'm leaning short. I mean, I've been trading this well. It was a little early here, but it was small because we were above the bands. And then this is where I really started my size again, and we just worked it. All right, and then this was really profitable move down. And so we'll see if we get another cycle like that. I like the daily, like I just mentioned. Okay, we're right back here at pi. So this is where you want to take a short stand. This is where you want to be heavier. All right, it's right into here. All right, so that's how I'm playing that. We'll see. I got to work this average up a little bit higher. I don't know why this does it like this. I updated this chart this afternoon, and I think it must have been because I was on a different window. It didn't save for some reason. Anyway, my average is closer to here now. All right, and I put huge chunk on right here today. All right, so my risk is going to be, I don't want this to trade much above here. And here's my old highs. So if you get a bullish candle like this, I'm probably just going to cut it at least 80% off and then see how we trade here. Maybe I'll put it back out here. But that's the trick, is you learn to work this stop and keep your average close to the market if you're early, and then you can make up for it on the right hand side of the chart and you can add to it. Alright, that's the game plan there. And then here's the pound yen, if we want to go over and review that one. It's been a nice trade for us pretty much all summer. And then see, if you guys notice, this is always the most difficult place. When you're in a downtrend and you break the wave structure and you get that move back to the 200, or you get the move back to pi, this is kind of no man's land, because you were very bearish on higher time frames, and then this is the bear market intermediate term bounce that trips a lot of people up because they don't know, they get too short too early, they stop, they try to short again, they get stopped, and then the thing rolls over. So you have to be patient when you're working a counter trend move like this if you're going to keep playing the downtrend. So that's kind of what I'm noticing here, is we called out that it spelled trouble here for the bears when we got above the bands, and we could get a move back to pi, and that's what we got. And then playing it from the short side here didn't work this week. We made a little bit of money here the last couple times, and then you can see it better if I zoom in. Alright, so these sales were suck and win, and I was trading around trying to get some back. And then when I hit it again on this side, we were able to make a little bit back. Alright, but this trade really hasn't been going anywhere for us. So we were playing it from the short side here, and then you'll notice, I went over this in another video, but the bands here are starting to move up, and the market held pi. So we took a shot on the long side, made some money. And then today, or the last few sessions, I bought a little bit more, sold some out, and then today bought more again, and it poked through, and I actually flipped and went short on this candle because it was looking bearish at the time. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting chopped up because this was a poke through pi and we finished back higher. Which I said, I mean, that's always possible when you stop, that it's going to come right back up and give you a buy setup, and maybe that's the case. You need to get back long again. So it's a little bit more of a dancing around lately than I like, but we want to catch the next, we want to catch the next monster move. I'm not worried about a candle or two here. Okay, I mean, we're long this candle, we lost the candle. If you stopped here today, you know, big deal. You're losing this much to make this much, right? If we got short here today and it gets back up here and we start to take out these highs, well, I risked 100 pips and to make 500 pips, right? But we'll see. The market's still, the 30 is coming right here, this blue line, and it's rolling over, and price keeps failing at it. So we'll see if that takes everything lower. Kind of stuck in this box right here at the moment, right? So pound yen needs to figure out what it wants to do, but it's unclear at the moment. So that's how we're playing it. It's better to kind of stay light in here until we get some more direction. Alright guys, if you're new on the Forex side, join my team. We got a lot of Forex traders. That's probably the majority of what we're trading at the moment, and all over the world. Spain, Australia, Canada, Argentina, all over Europe. So we're just getting started. I just started this company this year, so I want more traders. It's free to join, jenkinsrm.com, and I'll see you in there maybe this evening, but in the morning for sure. All right, you guys have a good evening.